Keyboards can be very personal things. There's loads of us who swear by a particular brand or style. For me, I've been using this Razer Black Widow Stealth. It's a mechanical keyboard here at home with my desktop here, which is a great keyboard and terrific for gaming, but I do find it a bit uncomfortable when I need to write long scripts or articles, basically do a lot of typing. For that, I jump over to my MacBook Pro or my Dell XPS's chiclet style keyboard. I've also always been a big fan of the Apple keyboard for Macs. I think it looks smart and professional, and most importantly, it's really comfortable to type on. Basically, what I wanted was a Windows version of that Apple keyboard, and that's where this Microsoft Surface keyboard comes in. It's definitely not cheap, at about £90 or $100, but for that, you get a wireless chiclet style keyboard that basically looks just like the Apple keyboard, which is a good thing. One of the things I tried to do when I moved to this new officey video studio thing for the Tech Chat was just declutter, get rid of and hide as many wires and cables as possible. And getting rid of that keyboard cable that runs, right in the middle of your desk, usually to the back, it just makes the whole setup look a bit cleaner and smarter. And as well as being wireless, I think the Surface keyboard's all metal construction and two-tone silver and grey colour scheme just looks really smart. It would look great at home or at the office. Now, if you've been on my channel before, you know I review a lot of gaming tech, so straight away I bet there's a whole bunch of you who will be thinking, ugh, chiclet, get yourself a proper mechanical keyboard. You can't play games on this piece of shit. Well, I always thought that was the case as well, but it's really not true. Now, I'm not a pro gamer, but I regularly play games like Rainbow Six Siege, Battlefield 1, GTA 5 Online, and having come straight from this mechanical Razer keyboard, honestly, I was using this to this tiny little Surface keyboard here, and it's been great. I've never had any sticky key issues. It's registered every key press I've made. Honestly, it's worked really well, surprisingly, in games as well. Now, having said that, obviously it's not designed for gamers. It's made for typing, it's made for working, for comfort. There are no macro keys, and obviously a Bluetooth connection will never be as fast as a wired keyboard. And also, I think my biggest issue with it, it's got no backlight. And it's also worth noting you can't use this in the BIOS or before Windows boots because it needs the Bluetooth drivers, so if you're going to be tweaking anything on your computer in the BIOS, for example, you still may want a proper wired keyboard. But honestly, despite these compromises, I type faster than ever before on this thing. My words per minute on this Razer was around 105. Switching to this with its well-spaced, low-travel chiclet keys, I was getting a consistent 130. The key press is fantastic. It feels a lot like a MacBook Pro or an Apple keyboard if you've ever used one of those. It is reassuring and it has sort of a clacky sound to it, but it's not loud like a mechanical keyboard. It's also quite handy because you can take it away from your desk. It's got a range of between 7 and 15 meters, depending on where you are and your walls and things. So you can go and use it on the sofa or in your bed or something. And as for power, it uses 2 AAA batteries, which according to Microsoft will last you up to a full year, which is pretty impressive. So I will go from writing an article for work to playing Battlefield 1 on this thing, and it just feels great. I really genuinely do recommend it if you're looking for a smart, good-looking, great all-round keyboard. I use this every day now. It's the best keyboard I've ever used, honestly, and I've used a whole ton of mechanical and membrane and chiclet keyboards in the past. But like I said at the beginning, keyboards are a very personal thing. This works well for me, for the work I do, for the games I play, and I think it looks smart because I'm trying to keep it a nice clean looking desk because I make videos and things. But if you come home from work or school and you're just playing games all night, MOBA games, Dota, Overwatch, you want macro keys, you want a good backlight, you want that seriously responsive wired connection, then mechanical gaming keyboards are going to be the way forward for you. So it really comes down to what your use is, and it will be different for everyone. But for me, having used a whole bunch, this is my new favorite keyboard, and I would highly, highly recommend it. I've put links in the description below if you do fancy buying one or finding out more. But also let me know what you make of it in the comments. Where do you stand on chiclet versus mechanical? Are you a fan of wireless keyboards? Do let me know in the comments. Thank you very much for watching. If you like the video, give me a thumbs up and click that big subscribe button if you don't mind. And I'll see you next time right here on the Tech Chat.